Sure, reacting feels right in the moment, but man, is there a back tax you're going to pay on that one. I was speaking with a friend of mine's son today who was going through a hard time with a woman. And it got me to thinking about something pretty fundamental and important. For the record, I'm not giving dating advice. I'm the least qualified man you could possibly come across on all of YouTube to give dating advice. I'm not married, I don't have children. Successful relationships are pretty much reserved for books and movies for most of my life. But would you believe me if I told you that I have done far more harm to other people with good intention than I ever did out of rage or anger? It's true. And that's because reaction in the moment feels right. It's how we think we show love. It's turning to somebody else and saying, why won't you talk to me? Just tell me what's going on. Level with me. I'm right here. It's this need to speak now. We think that's being in the moment, but it really isn't. Sure, reacting feels right in the moment, but man, is there a back tax you're going to pay on that one. There's a cost. If this is making sense to you, you probably realize that this is not some sort of deficiency within human beings inherently, but we're trained. Certainly in today's world. We live in this world of instant gratification, instant everything. I want my food cooked fast. Swipe left, swipe right. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Our attention spans are collectively dwindling, and I would argue that our emotional attention spans have gone with it. In the moment, a speedy reaction feels like strength. Silence feels like submission. It's this need to fill space, though, this need to react, that will cost us. Because reacting is a reflex, and reflexes have consequences. Oftentimes we don't realize that until well after the fact either. There's an uncertainty with silence. There's an uncertainty with just listening, processing. So we have this tendency within uncertainty to lean in, to push, to steer. And when we press, we push for clarity, it gets expensive, especially with the people we love. It's like I was telling this young man today, because he got into it with this woman he's been seeing, and it got ugly. And it reminded me of a time in my life when I was seeing this woman, and we'd had a largely healthy and good relationship. But there came a point where she was growing a bit cold and distant and defensive with me. And I really picked up on it in this one conversation. So what did I do? I reacted. I demanded clarity. I insisted upon knowing what was going on. And as I pressed her, she pushed against me harder. Her emotions went here, they come up, my emotions went higher. And we were playing a game of emotional leapfrog over top one another. And what should have been what should have been a conversation became an argument, a costly one too. That was a huge turning point in our relationship. It did not last much longer. And I realize in hindsight why. In my heart, in that moment, I loved her. I was trying hard to be present. I was trying hard to figure it out, to solve the problem. In my mind, that's what a man does. You solve the problem. I'm a problem solver. That's not what solves the problem. It created a bigger problem. Because hindsight has taught me that had I just shut up and listened to her and not rushed to conclusions and not demanded answers, that exchange probably would have stayed a conversation. But instead it became an ugly, ugly argument where both of us said things that we couldn't take back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. I thought I was reacting out of love. But in hindsight, I was acting like an insecure prick. I was being a bit of a control freak. That's not love. That's not being present. That's needing to control. And the harder I tried to control the situation, the more chaos came into the fold. So as I told this young friend of mine, sometimes the greatest gift you can give somebody is silence. Sometimes the greatest thing you could do for someone is to just shut up. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times when you need to react, and fast. But often, matters of the heart don't qualify. I wish I had listened better that day. And I'm working hard to be able to do so now. I still have my moments. But that, my friends, is the quiet cost of reacting. I hope this speaks to you. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back soon. It helps the algorithm and gets this out to more people. Your presence here is appreciated, especially if you're still here. If you're still listening to this, I greatly appreciate you. And I hope it has spoken to you. I'll see you all soon.